Okay, class, today we're going to be covering character descriptions. Um, do you know what that is, by any chance?
No.
Well, character descriptions are basically the different elements that make up a character and help motivate a story to keep going. Um, for example, specific parts would be the traits, the feelings, and the motivations behind a character. For example, I know you very much like Elsa from Frozen. Um, some of her character descriptions would be like, she's a queen. You know, she feels alone. You know, she wants to be able to express herself freely without anybody getting hurt. Things like that. Well, what we're going to focus on today is I'm going to read you the first chapter of Where Are You Going, Baby Abraham?
Okay.
And, well, before we do that, let me show you these two names of the two characters who are going to appear in this chapter. We have Baby Abraham and Eugenia Abraham. What do you notice about these two names?
They had the same last name?
They do, so what do you think that means?
They're related?
That's right, they are related. They are actually sisters. Kind of like Elsa and Anna in that movie you like so much. So I'm going to read to you the first chapter of Where Are You Going, Baby Abraham?
Okay.
And while I'm reading it, I'm going to want you to pay attention to how you know who these characters are. Try to get a good idea of who they are in your mind, alright? Baby Lincoln was dreaming. I'm sorry, I put Abraham down and it turned out it was Lincoln. That was silly of me. In the dreams, she was sitting on a train. Her hands were folded in her lap. The seat beside her was empty. Baby turned her head and looked out the window and saw that the dark sky was filled with stars. Hundreds of them, thousands of them. The train was going very fast, and the stars were falling through the sky, one after the other, chasing each other, leaving behind these great trails of light. "Oh," said Baby, "shooting stars." The train rushed through the starry darkness, and Baby was entirely happy. "I wonder where I'm headed," she thought. "I cannot wait to find out. I am on a necessary journey." Do you know what the word necessary means?
No.
Necessary basically means it's mandatory. It means that you have to have it. Like, what's something that you have to have when you go to school?
My Elsa doll.
Well, that might be fun, but that's not necessarily something you have to have. One thing you really need to have is like your backpack, your homework, your books,
Like
pencils.
food?
Food, yes, that's also something you need.
Okay.
Especially if you prefer to bring your lunch, you have to do that. So that's what necessary means. It's something that you must have.
Okay.
"Baby," someone shouted, "you must wake up immediately." Baby woke up, was standing over her. Eugenia had her hands on her hips. "It is late, baby. It is time to get on with our day," said Eugenia. "Goals must be set. Lists must be made. Tasks must be accomplished." "Yes, sister," said Baby. Do you know what accomplished means?
I think so.
What do you think it means?
To win something? To be good at something?
That's one way to look at that word. Another way, as used in this context, means to finish something or to meet at the end of a goal. So when we tell you to finish your homework, when you do finish it, you've accomplished doing
my
that task.
homework.
Yes.
Okay.
At the breakfast table, Eugenia had Baby write down the day's goals. We talk a lot about goals in the classroom, right? So you know what that word means.
Yes, ma'am.
Eugenia was very fond of goals. "Goal number 1, said Eugenia. She cleared her throat. "The mouse problem must be dealt with. We are on the verge of an infestation. You, Baby, will go to Clyde's bait, feed, tackle, and animal necessities and purchase mousetraps."
Wow, that's a lot of big words, Miss Donkey.
I know. Is there any of those words you feel like you didn't know?
Infestation?
infestation is when something is covered in something. Like maybe you've had a picnic before and like everything is covered in ants. You know, ants are all over your food.
Oh, okay.
That's called an infestation.
Okay.
All right. But mouse traps kill mice, said Baby. Exactly, said Eugenia. Oh, sister, said Baby. Do not oh, sister, me. You are too soft for this world, Baby. You must be firm and resolute, particularly with mice. You must brook them no quarter. Baby suddenly felt very tired. She put her hands in her lap. She closed her eyes and saw the shooting stars from her dream. She remembered the words that had accompanied the stars. Necessary journey, whispered Baby. Write it down, said Eugenia. Write down mousetraps. Baby sighed. She opened her eyes and picked up her pencil and wrote down the word mouse. Mia looked over her shoulder. You have not written the complete word, she said. The complete word is mousetraps. From far away came the sound of a train whistle. Eugenia tapped her finger on the table. What are you waiting for, Baby? Write traps. The train whistle sounded again, closer this time. No, said Baby. She laid down the pencil. I beg your pardon, said Eugenia. No, said Baby. I will not write down the word traps. She pushed the paper away from her. She stood. She said, Sister, I am going on a trip. Yes, said Eugenia, you are. You are going to Clyde, bait, feed, tackle, and animal necessities, and once you are there, you will purchase mousetraps. No, said Baby, I'm going on a different kind of trip. A different kind of trip? Said Eugenia. Baby closed her eyes, and again she saw the shooting stars. I am going on a necessary journey.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about, said Eugenia. Baby opened her eyes. She didn't know exactly what she was talking about either. But she knew that something important was happening. Her heart was beating very fast. The sun was shining into the kitchen. Everything seemed outlined in a brightness, possibility. Eugenia stared at Baby. Her mouth was open. She looked quite astonished. Baby was astonished too. She carefully pushed her chair under the table. She smoothed the front of her skirt. Now, she said, if you will excuse me, sister, I must go and pack for my journey.
I like that story.
I'm glad. That's just the first chapter, but that'll be the only time we have for that today. Okay, now, alright, so let's start listing some descriptions. Okay, we'll take turns with each. Which character would you like to focus on first? Eugenia or Baby?
Let's focus on Baby.
Okay, and while we're at it, let me fix up Lincoln here, because your teacher's silly and she put Abraham.
Like the...
So what are some traits? Do you know what traits are?
Yes, you described it in the beginning.
Alright, good. So what kind of traits, motivations, or feelings would you write for Baby?
Motivations are determined.
Sorry, cough.
Baby Lincoln is curious. Curious is...
Here, want me to help by giving you an example of motivation?
Yeah.
So motivation, basically, what is making her do what she's doing in the chapter?
Her sister.
Her sister, well, that's the idea, but she seems to be going against her sister. One of the things that inspire her to go on this trip, I think, is her dream.
Is it the stars?
Yes, like the shooting stars in the dream.
Oh, okay. Shooting stars is her motivation.
The shooting stars she saw in her dream.
Oh, okay.
She saw in her dream. So she saw shooting stars in her dreams. What did that do to her? What did that make her want to do?
It made her happy.
Made her happy.
It made her want to go on a trip.
Yep, made her happy.
Is that feelings?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it made her happy. So that yes, that would count as feelings as well.
Oh, okay.
And go on a trip.
Did she say journey?
Yes, I guess journey would be the more. Well, she said both words.
Yeah,
Didn't she? Trip.
yeah.
Here, we'll put trip. Pardon me. And / journey. So we know we're covering both words. What else was she feeling in this chapter?
What's she feeling? I don't know, Miss Dawkins.
Well, how did she sound when she was talking to her sister?
In the end?
Well, through the majority of it, how was she talking to her?
I don't know.
Well, you'll remember if you think back on it how she feel like she was going to fall back asleep.
Oh, she was tired.
She was tired.
Oh, okay.
Yes. She sorry, I have a cough. She was tired.
Yeah. She kept falling asleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
She kept falling asleep. That's how we know she was tired.
Mm-hmm.
She kept falling asleep. Now, are there any traits you can think about for baby Lincoln? Any remaining traits about her that you feel like describes her as a character?
Young?
Well, actually, if you look at the picture, which I did get a chance to show you, she's actually quite old.
Oh.
But it does appear that she might be the younger sister out of the two.
So younger?
Yeah, younger. What do you think about this interaction makes you think that baby Lincoln could be the younger sister?
Baby. The name Baby.
The name Baby, yes. That
Yeah.
might have something to do with it.
Yeah. And how her sister tells her to do things, gives her orders.
That's true. Baby.
Usually we follow instructions with those who are older than us.
Yes, that's right. Baby means younger. So she is the younger
Sibling.
sister. Yeah, or sibling. That's another way to say it.